Yeah, that's what I really want to address. I just want to know, because you're the comics person, I just want to know I didn't miss something. I'm deeply disturbed by this.
I am too.
You were hoping you did miss something.
Yeah,
weren't you?
that's why I was asking him. I said, please tell me I'm wrong. Folks, wow, seemed just like yesterday. We were starting the first episode of Moon Knight.
Oh my God, you're alive. What's wrong with you, Mark?
Why did you call me Mark?
We are already at the finale here. Most people saw this, so if you haven't seen it, then you might want to tune out. Of course, this is going to be very spoilery right here. But if you have seen it, please join us. Or if you don't care about spoilers, you're more than welcome. But to get right into this episode, so I was saying this whole time since last week. Last week I thought they had an excellent episode. Did you see last week? You did not. So what they did was, now you know the character Mark Spector. So just to catch people up, Mark Spector was revealed later. Actually, we started out with Steven. Steven, humble guy who works at a museum. Smart about history, especially Egyptian history, but they put his ass in the gift shop, because because nobody likes Stephen, because he's weird. The reason why Stephen is weird is because they don't understand this man has dissociative identity disorder, which means, some people confuse that with schizophrenia. It means that he just delves off into another personality to repress and forget some kind of trauma.
And with working with him, he just disappears at times.
Yeah,
and nobody can count on him.
Yeah, he has dates that he makes with people, and he can't go there because he can't remember. He can't even remember where he's been that night. He has to chain himself to a bed. Life is hell for this man right here. Later it's revealed that he's also another personality, Mark Spector. Mark Spector's a mercenary, military guy. He actually wanted to protect his troop that was gunned down in Egypt, who were killed while one of their leader was trying to pillage some treasure. Dying, he goes into a tomb, and the god, what's his name, Khonshu says, "You will be my avatar. You will help protect the travelers in the night," whatever that means. In other words, you'll just be another. What do you call it? A vigilante out there in a way. You'll be doing my bidding. But as things get more revealed, last week got deeper. What I loved about last week's episode is that it was revealed. This was not just a superhero show. This, it started out kind of that way, and then it started dealing more with the human characters of Mark and Steven, who are the same person, of course. Of course, you have some weird things coming in, like talking hippos and going to Egyptian heaven and all this kind of stuff. But what they really did was remove the superhero stuff for a couple episodes. Last episode's really focused on why Mark has Steven around. Steven is around to protect him from his history of child abuse. Horrible, horrible mental and physical child abuse. And I really enjoyed that. I thought that was cool. And I said, I can't wait to see how the next of the rest 10 episodes go out. And they're like, 10? Man, we got one more episode to go through. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay, so now I'm scared, because a lot of these Marvel shows have done what I always see them do. They do a lot of good, interesting ideas, and then they get to the final episode and they got to rush through it. And to do that, they got to give, people what they ask for, the superhero stuff. They got to pull out the capes, the lasers, the action, the special effects, the creatures and whatnot. And
WandaVision.
Yeah, WandaVision did that. I even think they did that somewhat with Falcon and Winter Soldier. Loki did it, but I thought it made more sense for Loki. But this right here, just to get to it, this is as I thought it would be. Things felt rushed, and they rushed along so that they could put in the superhero fights and all the big action set pieces and whatnot, because this is loaded with it. And I think it could have used another episode. Now, the show still does some cool things, I think. They just managed to do some cool things, some interesting things. And even though it sounds like I'm complaining, some of the superhero stuff was cool. I mean, come on, let's not Let's kid ourselves here. It's still a superhero show. No matter how smart or academic or intelligent we try to sound, it's still a superhero show. So let's quit playing and act like we ain't gonna get that. My problem is that it felt rushed. Not a big problem. I think they did some really cool things with this near the end. Now, what I want to talk to you about, because I got questions for you.
Okay, you asked me questions.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you some questions. The big reveal in this, and it was kind of hinted at before, but the big reveal is that Mark not only has Steven, who he's grown very attached to. Thankful to have Steven around. They actually have a nice little moment we'll talk about later. But you saw this episode, right?
Yes.
But in the shadows, lurking in the background, was a much darker personality named Jake. What was his name? Jake Lockley.
Yeah.
Hello.
Just some dude looking at you through the car mirror like that. You're like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah, that's that mob shit right
Yeah,
there when that
yeah.
happens. That is never good when he's looking at you that ominously with a rearview mirror. Rearview mirrors are some of the scariest things if you think about it when people look at you like that. Now, thing with Jake is that, you know, we got to cover a little ground here again. Arthur Harrow was the big villain of this show. He was the guy that, of course, when it came down to it, played by Ethan Hawke, who was great, and I like watching him. But, you know, it still come down to this villain that wants to control Earth. His morals might be questionable. You could probably actually see what he's trying to do, but it all comes down to, I got to bring a god down, take over the planet so that things can be pure, everything can be balanced. Of course, he got defeated, and he thought he got away with this. He got put into an insane asylum, just like your boy Mark did.
Yeah, and Mark was all like, man, I don't want to kill this dude. Just put him in the asylum and everything will be fine.
But I'm not Mark, and I'm no Steven. I'm Jake, and I want bullets in your face. Wait, man. It's cool.
Wait, man. You want to do this.
And what I like about Arthur, he's like, man, you can't kill me. I'm crazy now. He's like, what? He was cocky. Yeah, I've heard it before. Yeah. You know me. I'll be back like every other supervillain.
Mark Spector truly believed that after he and I parted
Man,
ways,
whatever.
I
Yeah,
would
yada. Bullshit.
He's doing this too.
Yeah, because he's like, I've worked for you before. You full of shit.
Yeah, you know, man. But look, let's quit bullshit, man. Both you and me know I'll be back. Oh shit! Wait a minute. I didn't know he was in here. Oh wait! Oh fuck! No!
What's that in your hand?
Thing with Jake is from the comics. Now, this is what I want to ask you about.
Okay.
So Jake Lockley, from what I understand, is from the comics. Now, what Jake is useful for is that Jake is a cab driver, and he knows all the seedy parts of New York and other cities. But the thing is that he's not a bad guy. He knows the seedy parts. He could probably get some dirt done, but he's not a bad guy.
He wasn't a bad guy at all. As a matter of fact, he was probably the most or the least dangerous person out of the three personalities.
Okay.
He just drove the cab and listened, and then all that information got used by one of the other two, or I guess three personalities, because Moon Knight's one of them.
So my thing here with Jake, we need to talk about Jake real quick because I think Jake, from what I saw, possibly, I don't know, you tell me. So the thing with Jake is that we could have a very complicated moral dilemma here with Jake, because Jake is probably the guy that was killing people in the first episodes when Mark would wake up and all those dead bodies. We thought it was Mark because he was military. He had military training.
Right.
But even Mark was like, God damn, I'm not that bad.
Because you do get that one episode where he's like, the fuck, Steven, what did you do?
Yeah, because he's like Steve's like, what, man? I didn't do anything. You know that. But Jake did all that. So the thing is, Khonshu, who is an asshole anyway, because he uses people. Yeah. And he uses he used poor Mark because he wanted to exploit him for his mental illness. Yeah. But thing is, he said, all right, you know what? Mark said, listen, me and Steve, if we do this last thing for you, which was in this episode, which is, kill this god with, the alligator woman. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And get everything, Ahmed, and get everything, off your back. Will you let us go? We're not your avatars anymore. And he's like, sure. And then they did it. And even Mark was like, we agreed on this, but I'm not going all the way through with it. And Khonshu was like, okay. I'm like, damn, that sure was easy. I was like, what is he up to, man? Yeah. Now understand, as long as Mark is around, he always has a back door to get in there, and neither Steve nor Mark I mean, I'm sorry. As long as Jake is around,
because they don't know about Jake.
Because they black out when Jake is around.
Because his whole thing was he's like, silly Negro. The whole time he thought I wanted his wife. I ain't thinking about his wife.
No.
Jake is who I want.
Jake, yeah, and Jake seems more than happy to be working with Khonshu. So my question is, does it not seem like Jake is a murderer, man? I mean, no matter what. Sure, he killed Harrow, but when he went to the hospital to get him out, you could see that Jake had probably killed some innocent people. Like, or maybe they were still working for Harrow or something.
No. You're right about that. I caught that too. But matter of fact, by the end with that last scene with Jake, you kind of go, Moon Knight's not a superhero. There's no him and the Avengers. This guy, he's an assassin.
Yeah, he's an assassin for a god.
Yeah, for a god.
Yeah, that's the thing about this, man. So the moral dilemma comes in that, okay, so Moon Knight encompasses all these people, including Jake. And we could all sit up here and pretend like, okay, all these people are different people, but they're still the same people. Jake is still Mark.
Yeah.
So this brings a point up to like, all right, as much as we look at this guy like the villain, and I have a feeling that there has to be another season where they confront this side, but Mark is still a murderer. He's just a mentally ill murderer.
Yes. Yes. You're right. Yes.
Okay, I was hoping you would tell me I was wrong.
No. All that because the episode seemed like it's done, and I was like, well, it's a little anticlimactic and kind of ambiguous. And like you, I was like, because I watched the last 2 episodes back to back.
Yeah.
And watching the 5th episode when I'm not on a plane, where it's not stopping every couple seconds, where I could really sit and watch it. Man, the emotional impact of that episode over and over and over. I was like, this 5th episode of Moon Knight is better than all the Disney Plus shows.
Yeah.
I was like, this is some premier television. It's just really emotional through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so as it turned out, they put all the human stuff there. So when you get the 6th episode, we're like, okay, all the superheroics that we didn't put in the other stuff, it's all here right now. Yeah, like you said, all the action and the supernatural and all that and special effects. But it gets in the episode, I was like, well, it's I didn't get what I got with the 5th one, but it's all right. And then that last part comes in, and that's like, well, shit. That puts a whole new spin on this entire series.
This makes this so much darker.
Yes, it does.
That means no matter how much we sit up here and try to pretend like Mark is a hero, no, in any other movie, he would be a psychopath. He would be a murderer. He'd be Norman Bates.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's mentally ill and he's a killer.
Yep.
I don't care how much you try to say, well, no, that's Jake. No, that's Mark.
That's
Mark is
Mark,
the same person. He's just ill.
Yeah.
He's a psychopath. And he's a murderer.
Yep.
And I was like, wow, man, I don't know where we go from here. I was confused. I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, that is the thing where they say, like, oh, this is just a 1-season thing. I mean, because it ends in a way where you're like, wait, you got to come back here. We got to
explain this
season. But it is one where I'm like, there is no him interacting, being pals with the other superheroes.
No.
That somebody has to hunt him down.
Yeah, I just don't know how this is going to work because at this point, if what I've seen is what I think it is, this is a man that has murdered innocent people now, not just out of self-defense. And so how are we gonna redeem this character? I mean, they did it with Loki, sure. But I'm tired of this shit of redeeming characters that don't deserve it, man.
Yeah.
Loki's an asshole. Loki's a Adolf Hitler, man. As far as I'm concerned.
Comics, especially Marvel comics, are full of it. I mean, like the whole thing with them making Venom lethal protector. Like, he was eating people.
Yeah.
To try to well, he's an anti-hero now. No, fuck that guy.
No, they're just trying to make some money now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the lethal protector. So shut the fuck up. No, okay, I'm just playing. Hey, man. No.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I like that they took this turn here.
No,
it's
too.
a brilliant fucking turn for an episode that was just the superhero episode.
Right. Yeah, it just seemed kind of fluffy, especially, contrasted with the last episode. But that whole thing was like, this took a super dark turn at the end. And I don't know if they're going to actually do another season or they just let you imagine on your own where this goes.
Hell, don't you do that. Don't you, like you said, bring your ass back here and talk to me. Don't you walk away from me. This is like damn, what's that what's that movie with Christian Bale? American, what is it?
American Psycho.
This is some American Psycho shit going on right here. Or Egyptian Psycho. Yeah, that's what I really want to address. I just want to know, because you're the comics person, I just want to know I didn't miss something. I'm deeply disturbed by this.
I am too.
You were hoping you did miss something.
Yeah,
weren't you?
that's why I was asking him. I said, please tell me I'm
That was so
wrong.
funny. Go ahead.
Well, it comes after the credits. Like, the show is done, they're showing the credits, and you're like, oh, well, okay. And it comes back and does this, and you thinking like, oh, typical Stinger, it's something to laugh at, a last little thing. And this goes, wait, this changes how I feel about everything I just saw.
If it had been him killing Arthur Harrow, that would be one thing. But that one shot right there, I was like, damn. It was another person laid out. Like, that's it. This dude's a killer. I mean, that dude's dead. All right.
Oh, yeah.
He ain't sleep.
He lined a pool of his own blood. Ain't jam, strawberry jam down there.
But it was funny because you said you hope you missed something. You were like staring at him and going, you're like, nah, brother, that's what happened.
Did you see
I don't know.
me?
Yeah, you was sitting there like,
I was just
Like, you were looking at me to make it right.
Yeah.
right. Come on, man, that ain't how it went. You're like, I'm sorry to tell you, son, that's how it went.
yeah, I was looking at Mark like, tell me something, man.
I thought I was watching Zoom, y'all froze.
You said it. I can't help you.
Poor Martin, he wanted to.
I know. And Mark's
Nah,
like,
man.
man, those are your words.
Yeah,
You're right.
You got it, and there ain't nothing else to say.
But that's another thing. Now, I do think there could be a chance. I do think it's because I said it before, and somebody said in the chat, I said maybe they were working for Harrow. Maybe they were those sleeper people that were around.
Oh.
They could be people who knew that he was in there and they were protecting him until, because he even said, I'll buy my time and I'll be back. I'm not going to stop. So he might have had people kind of protecting him.
Sleepers,
they might have been
yeah.
coming after. They might have been coming after Jake. So who knows? Maybe that's the explanation.
But it's still the whole thing that even Arthur Harrow's people, they needed to be stopped, but they didn't need to be killed.
Somebody said, "Boy, you're doing a Mr. Fantastic reach right now."
You really are. I was gonna say.
I just, man, I don't want this.
So speaking of retconning the multiverse, maybe that's what happened. And then you see how Stan Spidey goes, yeah. You see how Stan Spidey, he was like, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. He didn't even go. He said the end. He's like,
I
that
agree.
could have been thing.
That'll be a cop out. I'd rather them stay to this, but I don't want this to end. This needs to we need to see this character again. They need to do something with this. You can't leave no dark ass note like this. Walk away. Very dark, man. Boy, man, Marvel been in some dark ass places.
No.
Y'all need some better help, man. It's not an ad, but I'm just saying. I wish I had one because y'all need it. Y'all in some very dark places. Y'all need to talk to somebody.
I mean, this whole series, especially when you get to the 5th episode, Jesus Christ.
I know. And I'll tell you, this 6th episode, even though it's a superhero episode, this is the one that made me finally say, after watching Doctor Strange and then this, I said, you know what? I never want to live in the Marvel universe.
Oh, hell no.
I don't want to live. The movies are the comics. I never want to live in this shit. I mean, you could just be sitting there and just die because of somebody just saying a word or pressing a button. All over Cairo, just innocent people, souls just being taken away, and those people ain't coming back.
No, they're not.
Yeah, yeah. People just dying like it's 4th of July out
You see
there.
them all flying up.
Flying up,
Yeah, they're going up, and you think, okay, are they going to the Egyptian underworld? And it's Amit just like eating souls, like so good, so
It
good.
was. It sure was. Soul eater, boy. Just a soul buffet over there. That people just mind on business done in Cairo and just got through watching New York being torn up for the 100th time in Doctor Strange. This shit is crazy, man. I always like looking up stuff that I don't know when I see this. I always go and research some things.
Good man.
Yeah, no, because there's some things that there's always a hero popping up that I don't know about. So when Layla, the wife, and I forgot the actress's name who was very good. She's the wife of Mark Spector. When she showed up and got that costume and she turned into a superhero. Now I will say this, because y'all know I'm all for diversity in these shows. You ain't got to acknowledge it like right on the nose when you do it, like they did in here.
Yeah.
Are you an Egyptian superhero? I'll be like, what the fuck does it look like?
Wait, would you get out of here?
Yeah, get the hell on out of here. She's like, cool.
It's almost like, where are we at?
Yeah. The fuck does it look like? I'm an Egyptian. I'm doing superhero shit. Yeah.
That's what takes me so long to get through these episodes. Because I'll see something, and I stop it, pause it, and I look it up. Okay. Then I play it again.
wow.
Yeah.
Then I stop it.
Yeah.
Because I have to research the whole
Yeah.
time.
But we know you're doing diversity. I love it. Please keep doing it, but you ain't got to.
Don't stop the movie or the show to go, hey, look what we just did.
Thank you. Look, y'all.
That's been a Disney thing these last few years.
Yeah.
Like Endgame.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Good for y'all. Pat yourself on the back. Cool.
Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back.
Are you an Egyptian superhero? Oddly specific.
I looked it up and started doing research. They say that she might be the female version of the Scarlet Scarab, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, the Scarlet Scarab is a character. A male, though.
Okay.
They said that this could possibly be some gender swapping to make that character, because
Not a popular character.
no, so that's that way I could do it so easy.
Well, also-
Plus, they call her Little Bug in the show and everything. That her father talked about scarabs at one point.
Okay.
So it could be,
Okay.
Now if that's the case, I like that she didn't just come out and say,
I'm the Scarlet
But
Scarab."
are you an Egyptian hero? More exact, I'm the Scarlet Scarab. So, cool.
Yeah.
I like you just kind of left it mysterious right there. I also like the line, we're talking about like superhero powers and superheroes. I like the way it's almost corny too, but they almost like say like, not all superpowers are super strength and flying. Sometimes it really does come from in here with your crazy ass.
We're the only real superpower. I ever had.
That's Mark talking to Steven after Steven went overboard, the ship taking them to the Egyptian heaven. He left to go get Steven because Steven, even though they're the same person, he's like, this guy got me through. Mm-hmm. It's almost like, at first I thought, you know what, man, that's almost kind of romantic in a way, the way he went down there and got him like that. And then I was like, no, I know why you did it. You need him to keep your ass from going crazy.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was him rescuing his sanity. Or what little is there.
Right.
There.
Yeah, because like you said, you've been my protection, my shield. I have to go into you when things get to a point where I can't deal with it.
Yeah, no,
Little realizing there was Jake in there the whole time. I'll take care of shit.
He need his own. He need his own.
I'm laughing at that like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
shit.
he need his own Agatha all along song. It was Jake all along.
Yeah. It was Jake. Don't
Right, mate. Yeah, at first I thought like, man, that's cute, and then I realized how ominous that shit was when Jake showed up. I was like, Steve is the thing that's keeping him from just going into madness. Even the comedy in here was morbid, like that part where what's the hippo's god? The hippo god. That's her name. I forgot. Y'all know I'm talking about the talking sexy ass hippos. Anyway, she thick. No, but she's a hippo, of course. But that goddess, she was trying to communicate with Layla, and the only way that she could do it was through all these dead bodies lying around.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that was morbid. It was funny because it was dead dudes.
Dudes with big thick mustaches.
Yeah, big old thick mustaches with a woman's voice.
Fuck, who's telling you to stop?
She's like, what the hell?
Like Freddie Mercury. What are you doing here?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh shit, Borat down here. I laughed at that, but I was like, damn, that's kind of morbid, man.
Absolutely it was.
I think this was rushed, and if you would like to know if I was put this on something, I'd put this where that last one was a full price episode. This probably be more like a matinee, because I think they just
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I'm just tired. I mean, this really could have used 2 episodes.
Or just, it could have used being 30 minutes longer.
Oh, you know what? And everybody thought, oh, that's going to be an hour and 10 minutes, and it wasn't. So in this one, we got more CGs. So for anybody who didn't like the hippo because the hippo looked too cartoony or something, I didn't hate the hippo. I
liked it.
I did. I liked it. I just said I could see the contrast and the darkness of this show, and and then this hippo that sort of looks like a sweet cartoon. I don't think they did any better with the alligator. It just looked kind of funny. But I did like when that shit turned into a big kaiju fight.
Kaiju fight? Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Sit your ass down. And she said, "Oh, my titty." I like that, man. There was some, for people who don't like the CG, I understand where you're coming from. I might have liked it better than you, but I do understand exactly what you mean. So it's not that I'm saying that you're wrong.
That looked pretty good to me.
Yeah, but I tell you, there was some cool shots in this movie, man.
Well, especially
this episode.
when we have a lot of action in the foreground and you see that big kaiju fight in the background.
There was one scene, there was one shot that I loved. Now, if you're going to do a bunch of CG, at least compose the shots great. And they did. There was one shot where Ethan Hawke, Arthur Harrow, steps up. In the background, they still going at it. Fuck you. I thought that was an awesome shot. And, everybody wants the comic book panel. And they got that. I love, people always use the moon to make superheroes look badass.
Right.
That's the comic book panel shot right there.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So, there was some cool things in here. Also, the action. Action was real cool, man. Steven went off, man, on everybody. Get your ass in. Sit down, man. Move. Get up.
Say something.
See, this is where that guy in the back needs to be like,
Yeah.
I'm
I
out.
know. You never see somebody go,
When he kicked him, like, I see your ass back there. I don't think I forgot about you. I ain't forget about
Shit,
you.
Even Ethan Hawke couldn't do anything with him. What you got? Miss me, bitch! Got the Michael Jackson move.
Yeah.
Smooth criminal.
Yeah. That was a
should
smooth criminal
kick his
movie.
leg up. Yeah. He is wearing the smooth criminal
Yeah,
suit.
he
is.
is. I use fedora, man.
Especially when he jumped, too.
Could have had the wind blow a fedora into his head.
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah, when the alligator came up, I didn't mind it. I thought, listen, for what they're doing on TV, it looks pretty cool. I can see how people be like, yeah, that just looks like a cartoon, like I've been saying. But I didn't mind it too much.
Same as anyone's. I'm here to bring balance.
The moves are very fluid right now. That's the thing with CG. I can tell you why, and that's why I don't blame people for having complaints about it. Unless you just got really top-notch budgets and money, to do like really cool CG. I think it looks unnatural when you're combining it with darker stories and real characters and whatnot. So I see what people are saying.
Everything's not going to work for everybody. I think they did a good enough job with the lighting, and being that they are gods. I mean, bird skeletons and alligators. There's no real life thing to compare it to.
Right.
I can see what people are saying. The only thing that I'm saying is this is TV. These stories are wild, so I'm not gonna let it get to me. And like somebody said, the alligator sex is fuck too. So
Yeah, she kind of is.
she is, man. Shit, they used to have a song back in the day called "Alligator Woman." Do you remember this song?
No.
Man, it was
Cameo.
there was a song back in the day from this group Cameo. They had a song called "Alligator Woman." I kept hearing that playing.
I thought you want to hear Crocodile Rock or something.
No, man, I heard "Alligator Woman," boy. I want you to go, but I don't want to be alone. You're a mess. I must confess.
I don't want to be alone.
What'd you say?
I said, I want you to go, but I don't want to be alone.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to mess with. I just wanted to mess with y'all.
That's
with that.
funny, though.
I liked it. I wish at this point, we need to hit a good spot because Netflix takes too long. I think Disney ends too quick.
I know. I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Can we get one more?
Yeah. So I mean, but I enjoyed it though. I did.
Netflix Sorry, go ahead.
No, I wanted to be a full price for me after that last episode, but I'm fine with the matinee. I had fun.
Honestly, with where this ends, the final scene, it's the thing that makes me go, now I want to rewatch the whole thing.
Yeah, knowing what you know.
Knowing what I know.
Yeah, but I tell you, great ending though, man. It was just an okay ending, and then this fool popped up.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, shit, okay.
But
getting real.
honestly, throughout this whole thing, the biggest draw for me was just to watch Oscar Isaac do his thing. Just watching this guy act, and I was just impressed all the time.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac remains one of my favorite actors of all time, man. Today, I really love him, and I love Ethan Hawke. So
Yeah.
they held it, they held it to the end.